Where are you on, mate?
I don't know what I do. I don't know how you start these things.
I don't fucking know. We've never done a podcast.
Fuck it. Yes, people, what is going on? Welcome to the first ever, not even welcome back. I always say welcome back to videos. This is the first ever
Yes,
People
I like
podcast.
that. That's nice.
Vista Print, 19 quid on sale. No, 17 quid on sale.
17 quid on sale.
17 quid on sale.
Blimey.
I know. I could not go wrong. As you can clearly see, I'm joined by Louis Beneventi. How are you, mate? You alright?
I'm not bad, mate. Are you good?
Yeah, good. That's a very weird...
I know. Well, it's like... I mean...
Do you know what's even worse? Is I can't hear out of this ear. I don't know why, but I've got a random load of earwax. What I've got to go and get removed.
So you put me in this chair and you can't hear what I'm saying.
Hey?
I'm not even.
Oh, it's close. No, I can't. I can hear roughly. You're saying football stuff. Something. I don't know. Yeah, something.
What?
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 I don't know. Yeah. Thanks for being the first guest.
Right. Thank you for having me.
No worries. What do you make of said?
I like it. This is a lot more technical than me, and it's slightly worrying, and it makes me realise I need to get my arse into gear. So fair play, man.
But what people behind the camera don't realise, they might think, "Oh wow, Ian's doing quite well for himself. Got a little studio set up." I literally am in my garage.
He's in a shed.
His
mum's gone.
There is a load of simple language. There's a load of shit behind the camera that you can't see. I'm talking,
including Scott.
Yeah,
it's a massive pile of shit.
Congratulations, by the way. I haven't seen you since the news. Thank you,
baby Cody.
Yes,
the boy.
Yes, but along with other shit, there is Scott. There is green screens. There is what else is there? What else can I see? There is a map of the world.
Why has he got a sex swing in the back? What's going on? What? Scott, you really looking? Of course he's not got a sex swing in the back.
That's around the corner. There is an extremely racist map of the world, which I'm not going to show you, but we can have a look at afterwards.
I've seen it before. Yeah, it was interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Oh, 2004 when we had first did done. So a bit of context. This used to be like my playroom when I was younger. So this used to have like train sets and loads of different stuff. Hence there is the map of the world, the racist one. But of course, as a 6-year-old kid, I did not know that. So there we are.
Oh wow! Let's start, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Yes People podcast. Racism.
Oh. That's new. Okay, well, that's a new one. There we are.
What?
I don't know. Blame Apple. We must have. Oh, I reckon. Do you remember when I say yes, people? It might pick up on Siri.
Why?
No idea. I say we.
If you set Siri to go and you go yes, people, it kind of turns around.
That
and goes,
would be so cool. I don't even know if you could do that, but I'll turn it off as I know what I'm going to ask you, which is perfect.
Awesome.
So, loads of different topics to talk about, obviously, at the moment.
Okay.
First one, and the one I keep getting asked about, and this when obviously I put it out on my Instagram and other places as well. Questions to ask you: where better to start than how crap Chelsea are at the moment?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, like, my mate Tom is a good friend of mine. He turned around and said he actually said that the question he got when he put in the he put it on Instagram was, if Chelsea continue to be as bad as we are now, can 100% Chelsea and can the channel hit the heights of Arsenal Fan TV? And I was looking at it thinking, it's a good question, but ideally, Tom, we don't want to be shit forever.
No, I think I understand why people often ask that question, because obviously Fan TV as an entity is very sensationalist, and obviously AFTV. The lads are amazing over there. You know, Robbie, Tao, they're all great guys. And obviously they've been very successful because it's good content as well. Yeah. As well as having this, obviously Arsenal not performing, but the lack of performance is a major part. I mean, put it this way: when we lost 6-0 to City, we got 500,000 views in two days. Yeah. So, and I'm kind of sat there just going like, yeah, great, but in an ideal scenario, I'm the kind of guy who likes to make good content and then get the views off the back of that. But obviously, look, it's not going to happen that way. That's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. I can't do anything about that.
Christ, here we go with the nature of the beast.
No, but it's true.
How long did it take, Scott? Minute and a half?
Nature. It is the nature of the beast, unfortunately. And you have to work with what you've got in this business, and you know, it's a case you have to really develop it, and to develop it, unfortunately, to get to sustainable levels, it kind of comes hand in hand with losses, which isn't something I want.
No, God, no.
I'd like to be able to do stuff like this, just having general conversations and, you know, building this up as a sustainable brand, which we are doing. We're doing it, but you're doing it, but you've got to kind of work alongside the the encompassing issue of, you know, fan channels doing really well when teams lose, because, you know, I can't control that. I can't control who comes and watches it. Look, other people are going to come and watch and take the mickey. It's going to happen.
Yeah, gotcha. Jesus, yeah.
But yeah, that's
it's part and parcel of it. It's as bad as it is. Like, I'm not going to lie. I like the guys from Real Tottenham TV, right? I'll be truthful. I don't watch their stuff week in, week out. They're great guys. I don't watch their stuff week in, week out. Yeah. But you can be certain that I watch their vlogs when we beat them in the League Cup semi-final. But it's true, because that's the way you are looking for. Essentially, you're looking for a laugh. Is what you are looking for. And
especially it tends to go a bit quiet though when Tottenham lose.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying. And what was even worse is that I don't think I found a vlog from either of them for the Palace game, which was like 4 days after.
I think we at Tottenham had family issues. I don't know about
I was like, again, same thing. I was thinking for a laugh. I was thinking, oh, this will be hilarious. So this, a couple of minutes to just go, oh, at least we aren't as bad as them. But clearly, times have changed.
Unfortunately, we are. The league table does not lie. Let's put that straight out there.
Exactly. But it's a weird concept with fan channels, because a friend of mine, when I started kind of doing the stuff with 100%Chelsea and whatever, which was basically about 14, 15 months ago, I think I did my first fan cam.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's been over a year anyway. He did not get the kind of the love or the reaction that it gets. He doesn't understand why there's that reaction, and
it's understandable.
And I think a fair few people, because there's obviously Arsenal Fan TV and United Stand and a handful of others as well. We do as well. You know, you get decent views, you get a decent amount of you get a decent following. But I think there's a certain amount of people, like my dad. Obviously, you've met my dad.
Big up, Ginge.
Yeah, big up, Ginge. I don't think he fully gets it to that same level.
Yeah.
He'll hate me for saying this, probably because there's a slight age thing there. But my mate is a year younger than me, so he is like that prime. Yeah. You know, he's 19 years of age. He's like, oh yeah, this is a laugh. YouTube. He watches YouTube videos regularly, but fan channels he doesn't, and I don't quite get what that is. But it is a factor. There's
a stigma attached to fan channels.
Yeah.
I mean, Lewis gets it a lot because of vlogging, for example. You're outside the game. Say you have like 14, 15, 16-year-old lads who watch Green Street once or twice, so they've got their stony on calling you a virgin. When realistically, I think, let's be honest, there's a man who owns a YouTube channel, gets like a few million views to his name. I think probably have more sex than they do. So. And still not very regular, so ladies. Obviously, there's more to me than sex. Obviously, you know, it's a loving beast. The nature of it.
Oh Christ!
But yeah, you know who you are. But no, I think that the stigma attached to fan channels is there's nothing I can do about it.
No, God knows.
It's a case of I've whenever people have actually been willing to speak to me about it, say why'd you do it, blah blah blah. I genuinely do it because fan cams for me, I like to give people an opinion. That's where I came from. I was a guy who was on the street. Eunice came up to me and said, do you want to do a fan cam? And it went from there. And, you know, the fact that you can find some great people out there. I found you, I found Scott, I found Lewis.
Lewis is quality. Lewis is so quality.
I watched his first fan cam back. I wasn't doing it. It was Dan.
I
watched his first fan cam we watched it together, Scott. It was about, 3 days ago? And you can already see Lewis then he's a completely different person.
Oh God, yeah.
He's so much more confident. He's there. He doesn't have a dodgy tash anymore because I told him to shave it off.
Thank God,
mate. That was
worrying.
That was a dirty Sanchez, that right there. But no, look, the stigma attached to fan channels. I just want to, and people maybe can say I'm just saying this for the camera. I'm not. I can honestly say it hand on heart. You know, I like to give people an opinion. I like to speak to people. That's pretty much the only thing I'm good at. Thanks, mate. You know, it's kind of a case of let's just like to develop those relationships and see what people are like, and it's the different types of people that you can find in society. I think it's the beauty of it, and you can find them all at Chelsea. There's every different type of person there, and it's it's cosmopolitan, and you know that's what I love about football. I don't like the segregation. There's a lot of people that you know, they're very old school Chelsea, even though they could be our age. And when I say old school Chelsea, I mean it's not the club. you know, the fan base did have an issue, and it's part of our history. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, no, you'd be lying if you said it wasn't a problem or it wasn't a factor.
It still is a problem.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a problem in society and it's deep-rooted rather than just the football. But I mean, it's kind of a case of the fact you can meet so many different types of people, so many different people from around the world coming up and saying, we love your content, we love watching stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, that means a lot because, you know, there's a lot of hours that go into it and a lot of love. And it's kind of a case of, I don't want people to think that we're only in it for the money. I can say that, you know, from the way I run the channel and the people I bring in, it's obviously money is an end goal. I can't say it's not. You know, to be able to say I watch my club and earn money from it, I mean, that's the dream, innit? I mean, you can't put it any other way. But, you know, I say that we do it with love and we really care about what we're doing and we care about giving people that opinion. And if the club hear it and we can have an impact on making people's lives better, then
great, yeah.
C'est la vie.
But you are right though, because like when I went out to Baku, I found out we knew roughly where the players were going to be staying, so we actually went on the morning that they were going to train. We went to the hotel, and there's kind of the first video I ever kind of did that went like a bit bigger than the rest. It was about 9,000 views on my own channel, and it was the Chelsea players coming through or coming back into the hotel. I remember going there that day and I'd only done a handful of fan cams and stuff with you, as well as the odd vlog here and there.
Yeah.
Nothing. But the people in Azerbaijan and in Baku kind of had a real attachment to that kind of fan channel thing, and I was not expecting it whatsoever. Like they were there with the Iraqi fan base. So we had people come up and ask us for pictures. Like, I'm Ian. You know, like I live, you know. I live in Harrow, you know, I'm just a guy, I went to normal standard school, and I was there going like, you know, it was essentially for a 10-minute spell when people were asking us for pictures and posting with bloody banners and, you know, for all the people you represent all over the world. I was there going like, shit, like it's a real thing now, and I was there going like, let alone, you know, obviously people, you're not going to go out to Azerbaijan on a random off day and people are going to go, oh, well, yeah, but still, it's the fact that people do want to kind of connect on Instagram and obviously watch your channel and do loads of different things. Like, it kind of took me back a bit. Obviously, I'm nowhere near as like kind of, hate to use the word famous.
I'm not famous.
But you know, well known. Fine, we'll say well known.
That's even worse.
Okay.
That's like going home when I go home. Someone says, I've heard about you, I know you. I'm like, okay, that's never a good sign. Yeah, he's going, oh, what have I done now?
But yeah,
I'm a fat bloke from Kent, mate.
Yeah.
Simple as that. That's all I am.
But you are known to obviously a certain audience of people and stuff. Is it weird being in that kind of position that you are a guy that literally just from watching your team play football, you know, if you were playing for your team or you're a coach of your team or you were presenting for your team, you know, I can't remember who does Chelsea TV now and various different bits and bobs. It always bloody changes, I never keep up. But you know what I mean? Obviously, working for the club or whatever, there's a different thing to it. But you literally, all of us, just kind of being blokes that watch our team and have since kind of gained a bit of knowing from that.
Yeah, a bit of notoriety.
Yeah. Is it weird to you? Or is it like, I was not saying it's not obviously not natural, but is it, I'd had no idea how to deal with it kind of thing.
Yes, it is very weird.
Yeah, because where were we? I was with you and Lewis. I think it might have been when we came back from doing Real FFS.
Yeah, was that first shoot?
I think, one? The first one we ever did. Yeah. And for whatever.
When I was livid that day.
Yeah. As we all know. But, but I mean, I think we were at Baker Street. Mm-hmm. And then there was these three guys that, I had no idea who they are. They turned around and went, oh, that's Lewis. And I was like, oh, that's Louis, because obviously it was like...
Yeah, Lewis is always one that first gets noticed.
Yeah.
That annoys me. Little shit.
But it surprised me because I was not expecting that. You know, like, I've been to... You know, you get recognised at Chelsea. It's obvious you're at Chelsea. But it was when you were in some random place at Baker Street Station, as I clearly remember. It was like, I see some person walking down the road. And I was like, oh shit, that was and he'd gone by the time you kind of... I remember I saw Chris Hoy somewhere in central London, and I didn't associate that it was Chris Hoy until about 5 minutes after.
I saw Bill Nye outside the UFF offices twice, and I just didn't realise it was him.
Today? Or
No, not today. I was with Jason. It was about 3-4 weeks ago. We were doing a shoot, and I was doing that usual stupid shit that I do. Like the bloopers where I'm dancing, and I was trying to stay warm from freezing my nipples off. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Gee, that's a big bottle, no?
Jesus hell. Oh yeah, if you get a drink, can I have my water, please? Get a health kick, mate. Got to get rid of Gerald a little bit.
Geraldinho, you play by his
Yeah, struggling to see my penis now. What? Who said that? Jesus, what?
Oh Christ, exclusive. But yeah, no, it is a bit strange when you do get those people kind of randomly come up to you or randomly message you.
I mean,
to a degree,
the messaging bit I'm kind of used to now. There was a kid. So when I was back home in the summer, I went to my Sainsbury's local, and that's like the same place I've been going to since I was about 8.
Yeah, walking
up the road, going to Sainsbury's local. There's like a car park you have to navigate yourself through because it's right on the main road, and you will get run over if you're not careful.
Yeah, fair enough.
I remember I was in there and I got a message off this kid when I got home. And I was still going through some emails. He's like, "Did I just see you in the Sainsbury's local in Tunbridge Wells?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was there." Like, that's when I find that weird.
Yeah.
Like, people are like the worst ones are someone's keeps commenting where I live on videos, the flats, and I'm kind of there to be like, okay, that's a bit weird. Yeah. Good job. There's like 7 flats, so you have to go through like thousands to see if you can find me. Don't even fucking dare. But I think it's a case of like. I'm used to it. It's when the people come and speak to you, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, I love speaking to people. It's what I do. I'm a social butterfly.
What a nice way to put it.
I mean, ironically, I was called socially awkward when I was at secondary school by a guy who's now doing stuff. But he's like, "You're really socially awkward." I was like, "No, just a lot of you are stuck-up bastards." But we'll glaze over that just because your dad drives a Maserati and my dad drives a Ford Focus. He has 3 kids. All right, deal with it. Gas mileage, save it. But it's kind of a case of it's the conversations. It's I watch you from here, I watch you from there. There was one guy in Barcelona who came up to me. I watched you. I watch you from Peru. Like I get up and watch all your stuff. Blah blah.
Yeah.
Like in Peru, like. It's really like why? That's the first question. Why did you even watch me? I'm just this like I say, I'm a fat guy from Kent. I don't see what the attraction is, apart from real tits. But other than that, you know that.
That was a really odd laugh. It's because I know I should. It's not because I know I shouldn't laugh, but it is funny.
Yeah. I'm funny, mate. Actually, how else do you think I get laid? But I think it's the mass audiences, the people that watch. We average about 800,000 views a month now. Average.
Right.
Yes, it's all right. But it's kind of a case of the fact that people feel an affinity to it.
Yeah.
And just being able to strike up a conversation. For that, I've met some amazing people. There's a guy called Faisal who did one fan cam after the semi-final of the FA Cup last year.
Oh yeah.
And me and him are really, really good mates now. Like he's a photographer. He's a fashion photographer. He's a really good guy. He's so sound. He does some spoken word stuff, and he's had massive gallery openings, and he's been doing loads of work with loads of famous models, and so it's awesome what he's doing. And the conversations you could strike up with someone like him, or even I've met you, I've met Scott. Like I've already said, just outside of football, the relationships you can build off the back of that. I don't see it as, like, they're coming to speak to me because look at me, I'm fucking Louis. Like, who are you? Like, it is, okay. It's as if you bump into someone you know and you're having a pint.
Yeah.
That's it. If someone says, "Do you want a pint?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, let's have a conversation."
Because I'm not going to lie, I've missed it a bit this season because obviously I've got my kind of channel now and I feel like I have to rush home to upload videos and whatever. But there's a massive social side of doing this. What people don't see on camera is a case of, obviously, that you're there doing a fan cam with whoever it is, but every other regular person, and people that aren't necessarily regulars, people that we know or people that just come up and have a chat.
Yeah.
And you can very easily spend half hour.
Hours.
Yeah, hours hours depending on what match day it is and stuff. Just talking to people and having a chat, and having fun. Like, I'm not going to lie, like Jordan, I love Jordan, I think he's quality.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, well, I would never have spoke to him if I hadn't have been behind the camera at 100% Chelsea and in that atmosphere. He's a great guy, and he asked about 50 questions for this thing today.
Did he?
Yeah, he's like big on the NBA and
it's just Jordan being Jordan, isn't it? It's not like Jordan doesn't see us every day. It's not like he's in a group chat. Bloody hell, Jordan, say it for the people that you don't have to. You can just ask us anyway.
Yeah, just say whatever the question is. We will ask it. Yeah. We will answer it, whatever it is. Just say stuff. Every time in the group chat, he always loves to get involved.
He does.
It's not even like a big paragraph. It's just a subtle little line. Just to throw a small little spanner in the works.
He's very good at those. Yeah. I remember the Chelsea Fulham games. Like, I like to call this a Duck à l'Orange derby, and they're like, what? Like what? He's got all the weight. Like Waitrose derby or something like that. Just like it's like going, okay, I like that, Jordan. He's so funny. I'd even argue he's funnier than me, and that's hard.
Oh, is it though? Great minds.
Both you pricks. Fuck you.
But you know, like, I see Jordan now most days at UCFB. Yeah, because he's obviously there and whatever, and he always sitting in the business lounge with all his mates. That I always see him, like basically every day. Whenever I'm coming out, he's going in.
I always see him, but I can see him from my balcony.
And that's all we're going to say.
I'm not fat shaming, I'm fat loving, because I'm exactly the same size.
No, but like I would never have, if I'd have seen him at uni, I'd have never have gone up to him. And
no, this is it.
Yeah, there is a real, like, and the phrase is kind of thrown around a lot. There's a very much a family feel around, especially our channel, 100% Chelsea. Handful of others as well, but there is specifically a family vibe and family community.
That's what I've kind of been going for since day one.
Yeah.
I wanted people to feel like they could be part of a little family, and you know everyone is in that little family, not in a crime Godfather type way. But I mean, I don't really have a consigliere, and to be honest, I'm probably more Anglo-Italian than American Italian, and I can't really go, yeah, what's the matter with you? Be a man. Although, can I be Cody's Godfather? No. Oh, fine.
Worth a go.
I'm just gonna teach him I'm gonna teach him Baby Shark. I'm gonna annoy you with it. How about that? Yeah, that's right, Scott. But no, I've wanted to create a little family, and I think it's good because a lot of people have come out of their shells. The more that they've put around us, and you know, I think Jordan especially, Lewis I've already mentioned.
Yeah,
Lewis, completely different.
First day I met him at uni. Completely different geezer. It's as bad as weird as it is. It was when he said the Batshuayi comment at Palace away, and ever after that, he has changed so much. Not for the worse, but he has just massively, as you're saying, come out of his shell completely.
Yeah, and he's definitely one of the most valuable lieutenants for me. Obviously Lewis is he's definitely someone who I'd look at to trust with everything. He's a great guy, and you know it's a case of, like I said, that the fact that people can come out of their shells and feel welcome as part of that group. It's stuff even like before games when we can all have meals together. We just chill. It's it's something which I've been trying to promote for ages, and it's nice to see that people are feeling welcome to that now. And it's a case of there's always more people joining that little family, whatever. I mean, we've lost people along the way. I mean, Oran obviously was a big part, so rest in peace to him. But he was always funny. I enjoyed hanging around with Oran, but it's a case of there's times where it has been tough, like especially then. That was a weird few days.
It was really annoying because I actually met him at City away when we beat him 3-1. That was the first time I ever met. Obviously, I saw the My Special Day and everything, but I met him for the first time at Man City away, and obviously we were on like a really big high because obviously it was a game that we didn't expect to win. This is years ago now, but obviously I knew he was, and I followed him and whatever, but I never actually got to meet him that many times whilst I was in the 100% Chelsea family. It annoyed me because he came over, I can't remember what game it was for now, last year.
It was his last one, wasn't it? It might have been Tottenham.
I had a feeling it was Tottenham as well, when it was the
Christian Eriksen, that one.
Yeah. It really annoyed me because obviously great personality, absolutely great personality. He's life and soul of a party.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is bad. How old was he?
Oran was 19, I believe. 18, 19.
It's insane. Like I was, and he had that much of an impact from elsewhere in the world as well. Like it's not like he's there every single week.
No,
it's not a case of obviously because Ireland is not where Chelsea play. It's not possible to go over constantly backwards and forwards, and he did it, and he had such an impact on the group completely.
Yeah, I mean, it's even stuff like when we're talking in the group chat, he'd sit there and just say stuff. I mean, I didn't speak to him for a good few weeks because I didn't know he was so unwell that he was in hospital. And the day he died, I found out he died was, that was rough.
Yeah.
I think the worst part was that I couldn't afford to go out to the funeral.
Yeah, I remember you. I remember you were saying to that, and I was very much there, kind of at the same thing. I was there going,
we should have been there.
Someone should have, at least someone should have been there, and it was really frustrating. Look, nothing we could have done, but that's it. He was rated that highly as part of the family, and he's not even there every week, and a huge loss. It's you can't.
It's not been the same without Oran. I mean, we lost some massive characters this year. I mean, obviously Oran passed away. Chris and Shari. Tag team. That is, if I could be a couple, that is who I could be. Fuck Beyonce and Jay-Z. I want Chris and Shari. The pair of them are. We miss them so much.
It's funny because I remember when I was at Leicester away, that day where you randomly rang me the night before, said, "Oh, can you go?"
Yeah.
And I went, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Chris, pick your ticket up from Chris." And I happened to go to the same pub that they were in, and you hadn't told me where they were. And I was there going, "Oh, you got my ticket, haven't you?" Went, yeah. How did you know I was there? I was like, complete chance. And I still partly don't think that Chris fully knows who I am.
It's not like you speak to each other every day in a group chat.
Yeah. Again, even Shari as well. If Chris don't know who I am, Shari has no fucking clue who I am at all.
They know who you are.
But they are again, it's huge. But that's the real family atmosphere of it. And I think with other fan channels as well, they have that to a certain degree, but I do think it's one of the things that we do best.
Yeah.
I think because, like, Arsenal Fan TV, for argument's sake, obviously the most obvious and notable one of them all, but there's quite often rifts of opinions between individuals.
I mean, there's rifts of opinions between us.
I
think it has been a lot tougher recently. But I think in AFTV is not really. I mean, they all get on.
Yeah,
but there's not family vibe. I mean, now I think as it's grown bigger, and it's going to happen. It's as more money becomes involved, as people grow and do what they need to do and focus on work, it's not going to be as family orientated.
No.
But I think it's a case of everyone's going to know that they're there for each other, irrespective of what happens. For me, it's kind of a case of with us. Obviously, I never want to lose that family vibe because for me, family's one of my big strengths. I think it's the way. So obviously, I lost my mum when I was about 6 to breast cancer, and it's kind of the way that I've kind of got this now. What I like to describe, everyone says they're a fucked up family. Yeah, but I like to consider mine a bit of a mutt. We have those pedigree families, the ones you see on TV. Oh, look at us. Oh, we're so perfect. My dad met my stepmum at a support group, and her husband had died in the same hospital as my mum.
Shit, I didn't realise that.
And so my brother was 2 when his dad passed away. Had a brain cancer, a brain tumour, and my mum obviously had breast cancer. They're in the same ward, died a couple of months apart.
Shit. And
my dad met Gail at a support group, and then off the back of that, it's just flourished into a family. I've now got a little 9-year-old brother as well. Off the pair of them, little shit sometimes. But
I know how much he means to you though, because there's certain things you say, but we've been about and whatever and having a laugh and stuff, you'll speak about him and saying, he's playing football, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
And the way when you speak about him, there's a smile that instantly goes on your face. Instantly, and it's there now. It's right there. But there is that loving, warm feel.
He's a little bastard, though.
Yeah, everyone is. But that is the family vibe that we are all talking about. I think we do it better than anyone else does. I fully do.
I think I think the United stands a very, very close second.
Yeah,
and to be honest, the Tottenham community. I mean, there's rifts in loads of communities, but in terms of club feel and Tottenham, I think you got George expressions. We are Tottenham.
Yeah.
Anna, like those guys do it. Like the fact they can all stand together and just do stuff. Like if that happened to us outside Stamford Bridge, if we stood with them. I think people would be going like, what is going on here?
Well, it was.
But it's a case of like, you're still trying. I'm now trying to build that relationship with other people because I know that there's other people in this club. I think we are stronger as a unit than we are as.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
I think if you had like, for example, Yannick, Sadiq, Eunice, Nini, us, I think, and Eunice and Nini are obviously massive parts of our little group as well.
Yeah.
If we just, you're stronger together. And there was a rift created when 100% Chelsea came about, which I know is irreparable with said people, and I'm not gonna. No, there's nothing in it for me to try and repair it. I tried, didn't work out. So I've kind of gone. You know what? We'll just do our own thing and see what happens. And the like I say, the family that we've built within the community is it's definitely something. That's probably that's probably the most thing I'm proud of with the channel. I think it's the fact that. There is still a bit of a poisonous nature sometimes, but it's slowly deteriorating because everyone's helping each other grow. And, like we're saying, better as a unit, better as a family. And through that, you're going to have your squabbles, but at the end of the day, we all know that we're there for each other. And I think that's what the most important thing is. Yeah,
and I think there was one of the questions that got asked on Instagram. What was it like when Eunice said to you, do you want to take over the channel? Because it probably wasn't worded exactly like that. But in terms of... Cause how old were you when you took over? Was it 19?
18.
18. That's a big responsibility. Because, I mean, like, what subs-wise was it on...
It was about 15k, I think.
15k. And how long had it been going for? I should know these facts.
The channel started in February 2015. First game was Burnley at home. Right. I turned up on the second game. And I was 16, I think, 16 or 17 at that point. And it didn't really happen as Eunice said, "Do you want to take it over?" So the channel, so obviously everything was going really well. Yeah. The channel was growing. It was considered one of the best up and coming channels. And then obviously Southampton happened and all of that stuff. And
we'll come on to that in a minute.
I was waiting. I knew it was going to come.
It come on Instagram. It wasn't my. You got to do what the people want.
Oh yeah, it's the Yes People podcast.
Yes People podcast.
But yeah, it's kind of it just stopped out of nowhere. Yeah. So for example, my routine would be, I'd go to the game.
Yep.
Excuse me. I'd go to the game with my dad. We'd talk. We'd do whatever post game. Me and him would meet together, sit together usually. Walk down, walk out. We'd have a conversation. My dad would actually help me with my notes for fan cams. Like the conversations we'd have, I'd kind of develop it off the back of that. Yeah. And obviously, it was my own opinion as well. It's not just my dad. I'm not a vocal piece for Mario.
I love Mario. Very quality.
Big Mario. He's the godfather. You do. Ilipad, as Mario. But yeah, no. So you had. I go speak to Eunice. And that was kind of where I found a bit of belonging because at school, like I've already said, posh wankers. Yeah. And we kind of, like Eunice just accepted me straight away. Obviously, I had Dan, Tony, some amazing people as well that were there. And I'd do that, go get food with my dad, go home. And then obviously that stopped just out of nowhere. And the channel didn't do anything for a few months. And then I remember there was a guy called Max who was like doing stuff with us to begin with. And that didn't work out. We had very different plans and images of how to do it. And, people didn't fulfill certain things. So in the end, he kind of just walked away out of his own choice. I'd kind of been there since nearly day one. So I was like, I'm not going to walk away from this. This is something which I'm going to build. And then naturally, it just kind of fell into place. I remember finishing school, the day I finished my A-levels, because I could not wait to get out of there.
Yeah, no, I was saying I hated school.
I literally, it's the same day. I finished at 11. I went straight into lunch and straight to, because we were with Bull Street at the time.
Oh, yeah.
straight into Bull Street, started an internship, building the channel, doing it from there. Brought in Sammy to do camera work and stuff like that. Obviously, he's gone on to do amazing stuff. The guy's a genius. I'm not going to put it any other way. Editing genius, just all round great guy. And built from there. And I rang Eunice saying you're going to come back at some point, and he'd kind of had issues at home, so he was needing to work and do uni, so he couldn't fulfil it. And off the back of that, I sorted stuff out, and just off we went. And it was as simple as that. It was tough trying to balance it with uni because with the internship, so I kind of so me and Robbie are quite close.
Yeah.
And Robbie was one of the people that helped me get that internship at Bull Street.
Okay.
And he left Bull Street, and I was kind of used as a pawn, I like to put it. And they cut my internship short, saying you should go to uni, blah blah blah. This was with like one day in September. So I was there going, I've already deferred, like, what the fuck am I going to do? Because that plan was for a year to build.
Yeah.
See where the channel is. If the channel was at a sustainable point, I would have just carried on with that rather than going to uni. But I thought, well, you know, may as well just do what everyone else is doing. Fuck it, get a degree. Might help me get a bit paid better in case the channel falls apart. It's a backup option. Let's go.
What's your degree in? I see you most days at uni. But I have no idea what you actually study.
Football, business, and media.
Oh, so you're the media lot.
The media lot. Oh, sorry. Just because you're broadcasting, mate.
Well,
it is much better.
All I know is when I went to the UCFB Open Day, Mick Kelly turned around and went, "Oh, don't do the media. Don't do the media." And I was okay.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was told you get to do a portfolio and stuff, and now I'm doing a 10,000 word dissertation, and writing really is not my strong point.
See it, me and Scott. 30-minute documentary.
Yeah, but it's
lovely.
You lot are going to find it so easy next year. Louis, can we please do some stuff? Or can we do a documentary?
No, that's Lewis.
That is Lewis. You'll be doing Rainer's Lane. Scott will be doing...
No, I'll be doing that as well.
Well, you're going to... Yeah, fucking course you will. Useless bunch of bastards. Do it yourself. This is your father telling you what to do.
I do remember when we did the first piece of coursework we had to do. We had to actually do a physical piece. Lewis didn't even hesitate. I'll interview Louis. They said quite specifically, "Oh, you can't interview other students." Yeah, no, but he's a businessman. It's like, oh, it's okay. He's outside of uni.
UCFB are like that, though. I won't say anything else because if I say anything else, I'll be in trouble. I cannot speak. There's a lot of things I can't speak about on here. No, but what are we talking about? I've lost my train of thought.
I've completely... Oh, well, yeah, what were you studying? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, football, business and media. But yeah.
And then the internship.
Yeah, and then so that fell apart. And then, I mean, I still get on with a few people at Bull Street. I've not really been in contact with them for a while. I'm close with Robbie, but Chris Pajak from Redmen TV is like... He was my mentor. Like, Chris was absolutely unreal. Lawrence McKenna as well. I only met him a few times, but he's had a massive impact on what I do now. He was part of Bull Street before EXO turned up and Brian and everything. Yeah. But
I was going to ask you actually about that because it's a bit kind of behind now, but it's kind of moved on a bit. But you know, obviously there was just essentially a spat between Robbie and Lawrence and whatever, and the comments that were made and whatever.
Yeah.
Disagree with whatever, but obviously you know Robbie. I've met him a handful of times. I think calling him Lawrence a rat was a bit harsh. Harsh.
I didn't want to get involved because, like, both of them have had big impacts on my career.
Gotcha.
I think Robbie obviously more long term has kind of handled me. Obviously, I work with him closely at UFF, and I work with him at Bull Street and blah blah blah, all this stuff, Real Football Fan Show, and I do like some production stuff there. But you know, I think it's a tough one. I think there's the real dislike between Robbie to Lawrence.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, the first time I met Lawrence, I thought he was an horrible bloke. I thought
fair enough.
His sarcasm and his snidiness, I was there like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then as I met him a few more times, you kind of get the mental state, you get the cogs start whirring. And I remember me and him would sit there talking about everything apart from football for a good few hours. I remember there was one day in particular where I was doing the internship. It was October, and me and him were just sat there talking about editing. There was an article he sent me. He sent me a big article to say, read this, check this out. We'll have a chat about it later, and we talk about music. We talk about football, drama, and because I'm a massive movie guy, and I did musical theatre and theatre in general for 18 years.
No.
Yeah. Well, you know that, don't you?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I nearly got into National Youth Theatre. I was good.
Really?
I'm good. That's what I say. God, these pipes are good, mate.
Wow.
But I wasn't a triple threat. I can't dance for shit. Get a few pints down here and we can talk about it.
Yeah, you can dance. Well, that wasn't the question.
I can dance. Listen, you put on an Oasis, put on anything on that cheese floor, mate. I'm there.
Oh yes.
Bow rap. Oh, we still haven't done a karaoke night. I want to do karaoke.
No, we haven't done a karaoke night.
What
would you go for?
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, fair.
I could do the high notes, the low notes. I'm not doing it now.
No.
But
Can we get copyright? It'd be so good.
No, but yeah, it's kind of a it was. I think the whole scenario it didn't ring true.
It didn't reflect well on either one of the two.
I think I don't blame either of them for what they said. There's clearly stuff going on there. I thought Lawrence handled it well. I thought Robbie, since the comments, has dealt with it really well as well. Robbie does. It wasn't out of character.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was. But it wasn't something which I expected him to do. And I just think it was a misunderstanding. Literally, when Brian said, I thought they just challenged us to a game of football, XO versus AFT.
Yeah.
In my head, I was going, well, yeah, that would make a lot more sense. Like
as bad as it is, think of the views. Like
it's from a business perspective, it's something, True Geordie, Arsenal Fan TV, Lawrence McKenna, Will and Each, Stephen Tries. There's massive audience.
Just get big hit. All you've got to do is just get the big hitters in. You can think about whatever it is and whatever spat there is, and differences can be settled. But just think of the views. Like, don't even overcomplicate. Just think of the views that would be had for both parties. Not even for 100%. One, just both parties.
100%.
And because I'll be truthful. So part of the reason I obviously wanted to start doing this podcast is I really enjoy the True Geordie podcast. I really, really do.
Did you see the Ian Wright one a couple of weeks back?
Brilliant. Best one I've ever listened to.
We listened to it on the way down to Bournemouth. It was
brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I was at work driving my tractor. I'm not going to go where I work, but I was driving around, minding my own business, and I had that on, and it was just brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And the thing is, I felt really connected to Ian Wright to a certain degree. Never met him. Absolutely. Never met him in my life.
I've met Ian. Ian is, oh my God, what a man.
Yeah.
Righty is honestly one of the soundest people I've ever met. You would not think he was a Premier League footballer. Yeah,
and that's match it, like obviously being in the UK, you watch Match of the Day, you see all the things doing punditry and whatever. And I think I'm pretty sure it was in that podcast where he was turning around and saying how he kind of not fell out with the BBC, but he went to go and do stuff for Al Jazeera. And when he was saying people were going, oh, where's Ian Wright? I actually remember thinking at the same time, I actually thought he'd gone off the rails a bit, but that's a different matter. But the connection that you gauged from that, it was a no holds barred.
It's human, and I think that's something which
I think so many people
media training bangs that out at you. It does.
Yeah,
and I cannot stand that.
Yeah,
I think I understand you need to have a polished look, but you need to find a balance. YouTube especially. There's some people that have started off connecting with an audience and then slowly they've moved away from it, and now it's a media company. It's this, it's that. It's not a connection with people. And look, YouTube, I wouldn't be sitting there having this conversation with you if it wasn't for people, like we said, from Peru, from Jamaica, from all around the world or wherever, that have offered me the opportunity
you said that on the live stream as well.
Exactly.
Which I watched, and you did an impression of me, which I wasn't happy about, but there we are. We'll move on from that. The thing is, I even commented in the chat as well, and no one saw it. So I thought, oh, they must know I'm here. And then I realised that you had no idea that I was in the chat and watching it, and you were literally
Why
just
didn't you text me?
Because you were doing...
The group chat was going the whole time, though.
I'm not going to lie, I fully muted it. It's a community feel, and it's a family feel. But when I'm trying to go to bed at 1:30, and the group chat is still popping off, I love you guys, but a simple word, fuck off.
Yeah, no, I've started doing that now. It's when it's like 4 a.m. and Lewis still goes, how are you still awake?
Oh, no, he's a freak of nature. He is an absolute freak of nature. He is.
I mean, it's a case of, I think...
He might as well be living in Peru. Like, he is on a completely different time zone to everyone
me
else.
And Scott had this conversation already about Lewis and kind of said, Lewis is really funny.
Yeah.
But he doesn't mean to be.
I'd agree with that.
You sit there and it's like, yeah, come on, Lewis. Sometimes I worry for his safety. Like I can't. I'm kind of there going, right, I'm going to keep an eye on him. Lewis, no, Lewis, no, stay away. Bad Lewis.
Put it down. Down.
Lewis, put the hot coals down. You're not supposed to touch them. He did that in a shisha bar once. It was a bit weird. What? He picked up a coal with his bare fingers. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Lewis Gebrselassie.
Oh, he is quality.
Man like Wonder Moon.
I've lost my train of thought now.
Talking about families and being up at 1:30 in the morning. Live streams. And, but yeah, no, like sort of. Oh yeah, I think there's a lot of people that don't appreciate it long term. And media training, Ian Wright is one of the people I met. I've met a few. I've met one specifically. We know who. I'm not going to say it because I do like to have some branches for my career at some point. I've met and they've been horrible. Yeah. Just because I disagree with them on something, and they almost felt like because I played professional football, I'm better than you. That's how it came across.
I was going to ask you this actually. This is one of the questions that I had. I've been quite lucky. I've met some quite decent people for a minute and a half, 5 minutes, hours sometimes that have played in the professional game or have been involved in the professional game with the footballing background. Who is the best person you've met?
Michael Ballack.
Really?
Easy. That was the first time.
Is that because of the status, or is that because of just how genuinely nice?
Just how genuinely nice they were.
Yeah.
He was. I was there. It's when we beat Everton 5-0.
Yep.
And Sammy was behind the camera. He's going, Louis, it's Michael Ballack, isn't it? It's Michael Ballack. And I felt like TMZ chasing, like, Michael, can I get an interview? And I felt horrible. So like, the guy just wants to go home.
Yeah.
And he turned around and was like, yeah, I'll give you an interview. Let's go. Let's do it. 5 minutes. Just stood talking about football. And it was the guy just smiling, just so genuine. It's the best interview I have ever done.
That's insane. That is insane.
Michael, and it was just the way he stopped. I don't think you don't get the same feel with scheduled interviews.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
I think Frank Lampard's another one. I was so nervous because I was at the Best Awards, and I took a dodgy picture. And it was all shaky and horrible because I was there just panicking the whole time.
Yeah.
And he was like, right, come here, let's do it properly. He took it on his own. Do it again, come on. I'm there like, oh my God, like Frank Lampard's actually stopping to actually have a conversation with me.
I remember a little story about Frank. So my dad was 50 the day we won the league against Wigan.
Yeah.
That was a day, so we for his birthday present, for his 50th, we stayed in the Chelsea hotel overnight, the night before.
With the Millennium or the Copthorne?
Millennium.
Oh, Millennium's a good hotel.
Yeah. Right. So we stayed in there, and we're looking out the window, and we saw the coach, and saw a handful of people lining up and whatever, and thought, oh, shit, the players down there. So I met Joe Cole, Ashley Cole, and Frank. Ashley Cole, people have various different opinions of him. I think he's a very nice bloke. I've met him twice.
I've always wanted to meet Ashley Cole.
Nice guy. There's a lot of stick that he gets and whatever.
I think it'd be really interesting to interview Ashley Cole about all of that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's kind of a case of but the biggest thing for me is like True Geordie, when I interview people, I don't want.
You don't want a mediated response.
I hate their mediated. I hate talking to PR people.
Yeah.
I'm sat there going, look, I just want to talk to the guy. This is man to man. This is anything you're not happy with, I would take out. And I've said that to people before. I said, if you're not happy with it, we won't put it out, or there'll be something we can take out.
Yeah.
But I just want to speak to that person man to man. I don't want any bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sick of that. And when people sit there and go, oh, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, right, I don't want your mediated response. I want you to talk to me. I want you to have a fucking conversation. Excuse me, French. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I want to ask what your favourite cheese is. Are you a white bread guy or a brown bread guy?
Yeah.
I don't want to go, so, let's ask you something which everyone's already asked you before because your PA person said that's the only thing I can ask. That's boring.
Yeah.
Actually speak to the person.
As bad as it is, very off topic. I don't know if you watch the Graham Norton show and stuff.
I don't. I've got a good story about Graham Norton though.
Okay, tell me afterwards, because in terms of how he interviews people, he does all the mediated crap. Like, he does the, oh, you've got a new film coming out, like, what's it is. And he just turns around and just has a laugh with people.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever, I don't know if you ever saw it, did you ever see the one where he got Greg Davis and Anthony Joshua doing the punch bag challenge?
Oh, yeah, no, I saw that one.
And, Greg Davis beat AJ.
Greg Davis is massive.
Oh, he's huge. Like, I've met him as well. He's a really nice bloke.
My neck hurt when I met him. Jesus, I'm like that. I'm not short. I'm not average height. I'm 5'10", 5'11". Yeah, they're still going and going, hello, well, nice to meet you.
I'm 6'1", kind of, if I'm in the right footwear, 6'2". And but still,
Cuban heels.
Towers over me. Really nice bloke. But AJ, who obviously is there, I think he just won or just defended one of his belts.
Yeah, I think it was Takam.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Again, could have given the boring mediated response and whatever, and he did to a certain degree, because they were talking about who the challenger was going to be next and whatever. But still, like, that got it over and done with. It's not the stigma of, it's just we're having a chat.
Yeah.
And I think that's so highly underrated. Is
hugely.
All the people that you meet and all the people that you're watching at home that are playing for Chelsea and for Liverpool and Barcelona. I don't know why I said that order. That was weird. Real Madrid
best club first, mate.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But they are just all human beings. They are all human. Whether they are a nice human being or a not nice human being, there is a lot of people that are in that nice bracket.
To be honest, no one is nice at all. Everyone's got a nasty streak. It's just a case of how you manage those people.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm the same. I will turn around and if someone is annoying me, I will tell them to leave me alone. But
as much as people think I don't have a lot of patience and I snap and I'm very reactionary, I have a lot of fucking patience. There's times I sit there and it's like it builds up, and it could be over the smallest thing, but I just snap. And then no one fucks me again after that. They know why.
Oh, I remember. We're not going to go too much into it. I remember when someone walked in the shot of the camera when we were doing the fan cams, one of the ones last year, and you absolutely went for it. There was someone who did a video on the channel, and they were basically just going there to get some big reaction thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever put it out for obvious reasons.
I'm a dickhead. You put good content out.
Yeah, exactly. But one of the ones afterwards, you were clearly getting slightly annoyed, and like that, some geezer walked through the camera and you went for it.
Oh yeah.
It not in a malicious way. It was just, oh, you.
No, not many people have walked through since, because I kind of hit the point of.
Yes, please, Scott.
You alright, Scott, mate? Also, where's my water? I asked you for that 20 minutes ago.
How long have we been going, Scott? Anyway, I've got no idea. Great cameraman.
Welcome, mate. Nearly an hour, 53 minutes.
Cool.
Really?
Well, I'm happy to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm happy to keep going, mate.
It's if I've got the battery life, it's the question.
Scotty P, mate, please, can I have my water?
Give me a shot.
I'm dying here.
I can't check your battery now.
Oh, cheers. Thanks for that.
God, but yeah, not many. It's kind of, I now sort of go when we're doing fan cams right to random people. Right, you stand there and you stand there and no one will watch.
Oh yeah, no, we have to make barricades.
Yeah,
now.
I remember my favourite time was we were filming and I put my bag down there and this woman tried to walk through and she tripped over it, started trying to have a go at me. I said, "There's a fucking camera there.
Right
There's a
there.
microphone. Mind your bloody business, you stupid woman. Do me a favour, move on." Safe to say, she's seen me a few times since. She walks around.
And that's as bad as it is as well, because obviously it's Chelsea. There's a certain stigma of people that live in Chelsea and whatever. So when you particularly annoy them or they get particularly annoyed, it is rather funny.
Oh, I like
rather funny.
Arguing with posh people. That's my home from home. I sit there and go, "You want to have a conversation? I will spank you, silly. I will spank you more than your headmaster did, more than your priest did as well. All right." And we all know what happens with priests and private schools. So, all right,
Christ,
let's
and we've gone there.
Mate.
Thanks for the demonetisation. I've only just hit over it, Kay.
Well, there's no. I didn't say what it was. I didn't say he'd fuck them. Oh, there goes the demonetisation.
There we are.
Sorry. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I've said a lot worse. And we
the
still get
6p that I currently have of my account.
Nah, but the yeah, it's fun. That's the one part of the job where I'm kind of that you've had a long day and people are just being dicks.
Especially if you lose as well. It's very, cause there's the emotional pain of, for God's sake.
That 6-0 against City was... I nearly kicked off with someone after that. That's the closest I've ever been to having an actual physical fight.
Because obviously you offered me the ticket to go, and I could not afford to.
Good luck, mate. Well done. You got lucky there.
I know, probably because of all this, that's why I couldn't afford to go. But
that's a good investment, though.
It's all right. But in terms of, obviously, I couldn't go and whatever. I had a rough idea that the result wasn't going to go our way.
No, why?
When I say the rough idea, means
I was
1-0, 2-0 them.
Yeah.
But 6 was embarrassing, as I obviously said in my...
If it wasn't for work, I would have left, and I never leave early.
Yeah.
I would have gone at half time. I was sitting there going... Part of me was still sitting there going, well, it could have been one of those games where you could put it back. Like, if you like an amazing game, but 99% of me was like, it's a dead rubber. That's it.
Yeah. And it's bad. Do you know, as bad as it is, City thought that and all after a point.
Oh, they just started playing with us.
Yeah.
It's like a cat and a mouse, just like that. Just going like that. That's what happened.
Fuck yeah, love it.
Just saying, that never usually happens. I usually miss.
Well, the thing is, with this table, it'll all actually end up in that one over there.
No,
it'll go. Hang on, look.
It won't. Ah, fuck, that really hurt. Oh, it's my knuckles. Ow! Fuck shit. You know, yeah, I am a twat, Scott, but I'm your favourite twat. Everyone's an arsehole. Just someone worth sniffing. It's one of the mottos I live by in life.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I love it. It's a great quote, but Jesus Christ. I'm going to charge I'm going to power my phone back up because there's a handful of questions that I have not asked you, which I will.
Okay.
But in terms... Huh?
Nothing, mate.
Ah, okay.
He's calling you a disgrace, says you're really unprofessional. Says the cameraman who's eating chocolate and not even watching the camera.
What are you playing on your phone anyway, Scott?
Yes, Scott.
FIFA.
Does FIFA have a phone app now?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Is that the Ultimate Team one?
No, it's the mobile game.
Oh, I didn't know they did none of that. Oh, there we
I
go.
didn't know either.
How much is it?
It's free.
Is it? Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know that. I was meant to be like one of those ones, you've got to pay 20 quid for it. No.
I love FIFA. I've had to spend too much time on it.
Have you got the new one? Oh, you have got the new one, haven't you?
I've done 3 career modes already.
I haven't had it for the last 3 years.
Oh no, I've played the new one. I'm currently doing a Sunderland career mode, which I'm quite proud of.
Ooh.
Mate, I watched it because of that documentary, which was amazing.
That was a really good... Do you know what, the one thing that really annoyed me about it, though, is many people are going to say Jack Rockwell, but the one thing that really annoyed me was the B-roll. I don't know if you noticed this.
It did feel a bit...
The manager's very upset and annoyed on the sidelines. You can clearly see when they're playing Hull away. You can very clearly see there's an Ipswich badge in the background.
That was one that annoyed me.
It was just like no! It's like they're not at the
Get
right
the right
game.
sodding club, you idiots!
It's like they're at Brentford away, and it's like everyone knows the away end at Brentford you stand, and they've got seats. Everyone there is some like big long tiers. They go, it's clearly not Griffin Park, then, is it?
Nah, that's it.
It was so annoying.
But it's I thought it was good though. I genuinely felt for Sunderland fans in that. I did choke back a couple of tears. I was there like, oh god, this is horrible.
See, my dad, a friend of his from work, is a Sunderland fan, and we used to bet every year. He always just go, "Oh, this is the one we're going down. This is the one we're going down." And obviously they eventually did.
And we'll come back up this time. Oh no.
but as bad as it is, I mean, that documentary, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. There's no way you can kind of hide away from that. It was a really, I would say, well documented season.
It was. I mean,
what I don't necessarily agree with is the comments. I think it was John O'Shea made
saying the players didn't want it when they're focusing and stuff.
All I'm saying is if they'd have pulled their finger out of their arses and they hadn't have got relegated and they would have come straight back up to the Premier League,
they wouldn't be saying that.
They wouldn't be saying it at all. They'd always be going, oh yeah, no, it's just one of those things. Yeah, it was just day to day. And they're going like, clearly, it wasn't that big of an impact.
I think it's amazing. Like you've seen a lot of YouTube teams do it as well. See, XO do it for the boxing, like the Walk the Walk documentary that Lawrence and Brian did, and Craig Nance, which is another. He joined Bull Street at the same time as me. Absolutely amazing guy.
Really
amazing guy. Really, really, really good editor. You know the way that was shot and the documentaries that they've done, the Rebel one that they did for the Wembley Cup this year. there is some amazing content out there online now, and you know the Sunderland thing was amazing. I still haven't watched the City one.
I haven't. No, I haven't either.
Mainly because I don't want to get Amazon Prime just for that. There's no point. You can get. They've got it for free.
Yeah, they did a 30-day free trial, didn't they, or something like that?
Yeah, but
see, I got stung by that because I failed to cancel.
Exactly, that's me. Yeah. I'm there going.
But then don't be an idiot.
Oh,
Scott, I can barely remember what I had for my lunch, let alone what a free trial is going to be like. Let's be honest. I still haven't done that thing which Spotify did, where you halved it at student prices. I now pay full price for my Spotify.
Oh, I'm an Apple Music anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But
Google Play.
Yep.
Is that even still going?
Yeah.
Android store.
Anyway, right, we're getting close to an hour. Very good documentary.
Yeah, go on, move on. Next question.
I'm going to say a handful of questions. We're going to do it quite quick fire. Sasha Grew, if you could interview any YouTuber, who would it be and why?
True Geordie, just because I think he's a really awesome guy, which I've never met, and I'd really love to.
Yeah. Fun story about him. I attacked him when he was coming out of the KSI and Logan Paul press conference. I saw that video. I went full fangirl.
Oh, mate, Brian, you just look at him like, this is a man that I want to be. Like, he's just so... the way he is so brutal.
Yeah.
I really relate to him. I love him so much.
Because I have to say as well, I'm not a fan of Ricky Gervais. Truthfully, I'm not. He made that podcast very interesting.
Still haven't watched it yet.
It's very good. It is very, very good. But yeah, I think I'd probably agree with you on that. The obvious one was to be KSI and whatever. But
I've met JJ. JJ's one of the sounders. If you watch the videos he did with Akin Fenway, you see a 17-year-old me, a lot slimmer as well. In
the background.
No, I'm filming. I was one of the cameramen.
Oh wow!
And I was shit at it. They didn't ask me to do it again.
Is that the one that did like crossbar challenges and like?
It was the Powerball challenge.
Okay, right.
That was at hashtags Old Ground as well.
Yeah. Where they used to do the
Wood
Next
Green.
Level League. That's the one.
But yeah, JJ sound, Sidemen are all sound, Akin Fenway, but just Brian.
Yeah, I think I would be with you on that.
It's really annoying because it's like I'm like one person away from actually saying hello.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get past that person, which is really annoying me.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
Not with that attitude. Well, but Brian he's unreal, absolutely unreal, and the content he's made, the way where he's come from, again, ranting in front of a camera, and the way he is, the way he holds himself. I see a lot of myself in him. That sounds so pretentious, but I really connect with him as a person, and I think
I'd agree with that.
The brutal honesty and the way he is, I'd like to pride myself on. Sometimes I'll just go into people as much as they don't like it, but got to be.
Sometimes it has to happen.
Tough love.
Sometimes
that's
it has to happen.
It needs to be.
Jordan, I will answer one of his questions.
Jordan.
Hang on, I'll get the better one of the 50 up. Where was it? Thoughts on sports becoming more fashionable. For example, he's put like the NBA becoming fashionable because it's a big thing.
I don't watch it personally.
Yeah, you're not a... But do you feel, to a certain degree, obviously I'm an American football fan and an NBA fan and whatever, in terms of, I find that you get certain people that go, oh yeah, I watch the NFL. And as bad as it is, all they're doing is wearing the jersey.
I don't say it's a bad thing. I think if you look at it from a business perspective, a business perspective,
it's
brilliant.
Brilliant.
From a fan's perspective, I think if I was to compare it to football, obviously I don't watch the NFL. I don't watch NBA. It's not my thing. I'm more of a cricket.
Question, Jordan.
I'm cricket, darts, football. I am very Brexit when it comes to my sports.
I was just gonna say Brexit.
Yeah. Although I voted Remain, but you know, with a name like mine, you can't exactly vote Brexit, can you? But it's kind of a case of, I think it annoys the fans of the actual game. I think that for me, I'd love to go to a tailgate or experience an
NFL. It's so cool. It's so cool.
But I can't watch it. I can't.
Fair enough. 15
minutes is 40 minutes. Like you're spending 3 hours watching it. And I did my ironing the other day, and I found that more entertaining than the Super Bowl. And everyone hates ironing.
I will say the Super Bowl this year was awful.
No, but I watched it last year as well, and I was there. I struggled to stay awake.
Was it a great one last year? I don't remember.
Like it's like
it's
right. I personally don't see the traction, but I think NBA, NFL. I'd watch NBA. I think I want to give that a go, but it's kind of a case of again.
It's the annoying thing. I
cannot stay up for it.
Yeah, it's on really weird times. It's like I saw. I'm a Wizards fan, Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
We played against. It was great. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed going. I went with Aaron.
Aaron Goldstein. What
Aaron
a boy.
Goldstein. He's different gravy he is as well.
He is. He's a legend.
Yeah, but I went to that game. Absolutely loved it. But about 3-4 days later, they played Golden State, who are, without lying, they are basically simple words, Scott. They are the best team in the league.
They are.
This year, I don't know.
They're top five.
It's not a LeBron James place, but I know there's someone else.
Top three.
Who's massive.
Top three, they are. There's a guy called Steph Curry plays.
That's Steph Curry.
Yeah, and like they started at 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I was looking at it going like, I want to stay up because I want to kind of watch the Wizards play. I knew what the result was going to be. It got to about half time, and I just crashed out because it was just like I can't
wash out. Yeah,
I just can't stay up to watch.
I think what I need to do is when I go to the US, which I plan on doing over the next year and a half. Like I've been to New York 2-3 times, been to Florida. I want to go to California. I want to go to LA. Basically, because being the next James Corden apparently, or Poundland James Corden as people call me, I need to go and experience what it's going to be like to live there and do it on a B-Tech network because I'm not as good as James Corden. Others can debate it. I think I'm pretty decent personally, but
so you're a Chelsea fan that's in your favour. He's a West Ham fan.
Yeah, I've been on several dates over the past few months, and pretty much 4 out of 5 of them have said I'm like Smithy from Gavin and Stacey. So I'm there going, is it because I'm fat? And I go, no, it's.
You'd be lying. We'd be lying if you said it wasn't a factor.
I'm there going, shut up. I hate when people go, you're not fat, you're just podgy. No, I'm fucking overweight. All right, let's not sugarcoat it. But it's kind of a case of I think it's a case of I want to go see. I want to go see NBA. I want to try the NFL one more time. If I don't enjoy it, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah,
I really.
That's fair.
It's
not for everyone.
No, but I want to force myself to like something. You were there going, right, I'm going to make myself like this. I'm going to make myself like this. And that's what it's like for me. Like, if I was an NFL fan, because there's a show called The League, I absolutely love. Amazing show, so funny.
Yeah. To be fair, a fair few of them have gone on to quite big things.
Yeah,
actually.
I'd be a Chicago Bears fan. If I had to make a choice, just because of the way they are.
Supports.
George supports Chicago Bears.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that.
So it'd be Chicago Bears, or whatever the New York team is. I don't know who it is.
There's two. There's Giants and Jets.
Ooh. Which one's better? Glory Hunt it. Why not go for it?
they're both a bit iffy at the moment. As I'm a Dolphins fan, I would suggest you support the Giants because the Jets are our rivals.
I mean, the Giants they're the big name in New York. I know that much.
Yeah, they've won the Super Bowl more recently. Than the Jets.
So I mean, the New York Giants probably it. And then whenever they do that, all I think is Maurice. King Julian.
Oh yeah.
All hail the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Maurice, look at these people over here. Maurice, what are you doing?
Such an underrated film.
He is. Sacha Baron Cohen's a boy as well.
I watched Ali G for the very first time the other day.
Tupac, what are you doing? That's alright. Carry on. But yeah, not like that. And then, the Chicago Bears. And basketball, again, Chicago Bulls. I think just because of Michael Jordan.
I went to go and when I went to Washington, I actually saw the Wizards play against the Bulls, and the Bulls had a guy called Deng playing for them who is actually British, and everyone in my school, because I was on a school trip, was like, oh yeah, we're going to support the Bulls because we all know the Bulls and there's a British guy and whatever, and I went completely against the pack. And went,
Ian stepping out on his own. That's how we do it in my family. Good lad.
Well, as bad as it is, I think there was an FA Cup round on, and it was all about the magic of the cup, and it was a big upset. And I thought, well, the Wizards are crap, so if they win, this is going to be like a monumentous day.
They won, didn't they?
And they won. The best thing I ever heard, and it's still one of the best things ever that I've ever experienced at any sporting event, was if any Bulls player misses 2 free throws, everyone in the arena gets a Subway sandwich. And it happened.
Mate.
The amount of people, the second that Deng missed twice, that got up and left to go and get their Subway sandwich was ridiculous.
That is some serious marketing right there.
Yeah, hell yes.
Play. Yeah, no, but I think it's kind of a case of the fashionability of... Is that even a word?
Yeah.
The fashionability of stuff now... I mean, it's always been a thing. It's not football casuals, even though it wasn't football shirts. You know, there was still a style part to it. Cricket, you obviously got a lot of style if you're in the pavilion and all that type of stuff. Style and fashion, sports, music, it all walks hand in hand. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's developed more over the past few years.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I do agree with that. But of course, as you know, Jordan will ask this question because he owns every single NFL and NBA jersey. Jordan
is a fantastic player. He comes in a different shirt every single day.
He is a special breed. Special breed. Although I did like it when
he's very special.
I did like it when he wore the Rams jacket and hat to Arsenal.
That backfired.
To try and rub it in
drastically.
Try and rub it in, and it failed drastically. Or however they did. As you know, it did backfire drastically, just in general.
Yeah, it's the fact that troops just went, you're a dick. I was there like, okay, well they won, they're not going to care. If we'd lost, he probably would have been lynched. I'm going to level with you. He would have been absolutely destroyed.
And Jordan getting lynched, I think, is where we will finish this video. Thank you for being the first guest.
Thank you very much for having me.
The weird handshake. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I have. I think I need to get some of this gear and then I can start doing my own stuff again.
No, you're going to subscribe to the Yes People podcast.
Also that,
every single week.
Obviously, make sure you subscribe. Do you want me to do it in my usual voice?
I mean, you can do it because I'm going to save the breath.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the first episode of the Yes People podcast. Obviously here on Craigo28. Obviously, make sure you subscribe to it and see this every single week. You'll probably have some...
Every week?
You said every week?
Yeah, something like, I don't know. Yeah.
Come, mate.
Whenever it comes out, yeah.
Ian, what have I taught you? What I taught you, consistency is king. Get it sorted.
Okay.
Consistency is king.
2 weeks.
Every week. Every week.
I'll try. But that means you're going to be on here more then.
All right, yeah.
Because I have access to you.
Yeah, access to me. It's going, Louis, can you get someone else to me, please, this week? Get a fee for that. That's what I should be getting. But yeah, obviously make sure you subscribe, like, check out all of Ian's content. Obviously my social will be down below. Scott's won't be there because Scott's a dick. Or if maybe he's feeling like he's had a kid, we'll do it. I mean, it's his channel. I can't say what we're going to do or not. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for having me.
Half my videos don't even have a description.
No, you need to sort... Descriptions, tags, get it sorted.
Tags I've nailed.
You've nailed. Okay, you're learning. Case subs, he'll do all right. He'll learn. But listen, mate, thank you very much.
1.3 now.
1.3.
Yeah,
mate, that's moving.
18,000 views on that rant the other day.
That is moving.
I know. It's all right. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
But,
yeah. I still need to do my 1K giveaway, which I ain't done yet either.
Yeah. I mean, we've done show giveaways in the past and stuff, which is cool. Gave away John Terry shirt, which I really wanted to keep. That's probably one of the most annoying days of my life. But yeah, anyway, I know that you have a really nice carrier place around here, so I think I'm going to get myself a lamb dress.
Of course you will.
Actually, those are good carriers, actually, yeah.
Was it the one which the...
Oh, the one up the road's changed hands completely.
It's changed hands?
Yeah.
Is it the one where the lights just went out? Randomly.
That was funny. There was a power stage that day.
Mate, I shat myself. I was midway through my curry, the lights go out, and I feel something touch my leg, and it's fucking him. I'm there like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, subscribe.
You enjoyed it though, didn't you?
I did. Of course you did. Do you want me to wrap up, or are we going to keep going?
I don't know. We'll wrap it up. Yeah, cheers. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow Louis on various different socials, which I will put down in the description. Make sure you stay tuned to the Yes People podcast. Hopefully you like my sign and you like what you've just listened to for hopefully an hour. If people have stuck by it, we can talk to ourselves now. We've got no idea.
I mean, anyway, to be honest, we are, me and you are used to doing that type of stuff. We just talk for hours, me and you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Scott, for being behind the camera, and
we're quite glad you're ending now. You've got 15 minutes left.
Perfect, and we will finish with a nice cringy thumbnail for the video.
I don't know.